Some people like to keep their shooting under the radar. Not Dan Thor. He shares everything on Instagram, and today he's on an early season partridge day at the Grange shoot in Essex.
Come here about 2 years ago. Ever since then I've been coming back every year. Basically just like a big family shoot, to be honest. Really nicely run, you're a part of the day, everyone makes you feel like you're part of the team, and that's how it should be.
He's brought along a couple of Instagram chums, Fred Darnell and Andrew Bone. Shoot photographer Matthew Nutt is on Instagram too, and of course the shoot has its own page.
Me and you got together straight away, didn't we? Straight away. I think you might have been on it before me, probably. He was on there before me, and a friend of mine just said to start a page up, so I decided to start a page up, and that's when I met people, obviously, like Andy and all the other boys I'm good friends with now.
Considering he didn't want to be on social media.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I never wanted to be on social media, really. I just didn't think it was the right way to go about things, but obviously when you go on there and look at what everyone else is doing, I thought I might as well go on there, because obviously that's what you do.
Though, can't you?
Yeah. So I've made some incredible friends off there now, which in my eyes is probably the thing I wanted out of it most. Been to some lovely places now, and yes, it's been great ever since we started.
You get some idiots along the way though, don't you?
Yeah, you do. I've really enjoyed it. Like I say, I've met a lot of people, and it's just been great, really. Made some really good memories and been to places you'd never think of going. And we've met you, James.
Well, that's it.
Happy birthday, dear Fred. Happy birthday to you.
He's gone all red.
Formalities over, it's all aboard the gun bus and off to the first drive. Today, Dan's shooting a new Browning for the first time on game.
This is the XS Pro. Find it just a really nice handling gun, to be fair. So we shot it yesterday on the simulated clays. So I thought instead of cleaning it last night, I'll bring it out today, get it dirty again, and then so it shoots really well. Fits me nice. Comes with a nice lot of back pads as well, which you can extend to my length because I like my guns nice and long. But really happy with this gun. That was nice, Rich. A lot of birds in there.
Yeah.
A lot of birds.
Warm, isn't it?
Yeah, the weather's not on your side today.
Rich Metson's family owns the shoot, which covers 750 acres of rolling farmland near the Suffolk border.
So because it's been such a hot day, we're doing runs on every drive to make sure that they're getting cooled down immediately. You want to get those birds down below 5 degrees the moment that the drive ends. We're actually doing runs straight to the game dealer.
There's one key member of the picking up team you might not expect. Lucy is a Jack Russell, a breed not well known for its retrieving skills.
Cock pheasants she used to struggle with, and then she worked out that if she just flipped her head, she could drop it over her shoulder and carry it quite cleanly.
At the peg, Dan's already got his phone out, live streaming the action to Instagram.
I just stuck a little live video on because sometimes I like to show the guys what we're up to during the day. Sometimes if we're up the farm and around the pens, or like today on a game day as well, it's nice to show them what we're doing. And a lot of people obviously this time of year like to see game being shot. Ben Hustlewaite does a nice job as well. He does a lot of live videos, loading for people and also shooting himself. And I've been watching them, and yeah, they're very knowledgeable. You get to see estates all over the country. So yeah, it's just sort of showing people, that these shoots are out there and they can come and enjoy them. I think we just had over 300 views there. Not all in one go, but throughout, I think the highest ever was about 40 people watching at a time. So yeah, we reached around 300 views there, which is not too bad.
We actually have a couple of local restaurants that we work with as well. The Flitcher Bacon, which is in the village here, they take some of our birds. The Galvin Green Man, which is run by the Galvin brothers, who run a network of high quality restaurants, including a Michelin star down in London. They take a few as well. So some of them go down to La Chapelle in London to be served to fine diners. And then the rest go to a couple of different game dealers based on who wants what and what quota's going. There's no better food than this. Yep, field to fork. It's been fed healthily. It's had a nice, happy outdoor life. I don't think you can ask for anything more.
After a welcome break in the shade, we're off to the next drive. With the temperature in the mid-20s, Dan's pleased he's picked some cooler clothing to wear on the peg today.
We've got the Jack Pike hat on today and the shirt. And obviously the little tie. This is just a waistcoat that I'd bought quite cheap, I think, off eBay. Just a little bargain, which I took off there. And I think the chino's just from Next. Just something nice and light today, because like I say, the weather is a bit too hot for tweeds and stuff. Quite a few of the other guys have got tweeds on today, as you can see through the line. But I find normally in September, I'll just dress down a little bit. And then when it starts getting in the colder months, that's when I whack the tweeds on.
But always a tie, eh?
Always a tie. Yeah. Always wear a tie. I mean, sometimes through the season, I wear a little dicky bow. I haven't been brave enough to wear a cravat yet. It's so hot. It's sweltering, so it's quite nice to stop for 11s earlier. Sat in the shade for a good hour, didn't we, to cool down, and now we're back on peg on the third drive. Got a lovely reservoir in front of us. They put a few duck down as well. As you can see, a few partridges flicking through, so the wind's got up. We can see how this one goes. Look at that one, look at that partridge. Good shot. Two good ones come over, I'll have a go.
You might think that posting shooting photos on Instagram would attract attention from aunties, but pigeon shooter Andy says that isn't a problem.
I put out feedback on like for cartridges and decoys and things like that really. I've had one, why do you put things on Instagram and show pictures of it? But I just say, well, if you don't like that sort of thing, you don't look at it.
One unusual feature of this shoot is that every beater and picker-up carries a radio. Keeper Dan Cox explains.
It comes down to being a fireman and communication, because actually what I do for work is quite important that the job goes right, and the difference it makes is I don't have to shout and holler, I don't have to scare birds, I can say so-and-so you need to come back 10 yards or you need to go forward 10 yards, and actually it works because everybody's got a radio. So in my mind, from a keeper's point of view, I have a mental picture of the drive where people should be and what they should be doing, and if they're not there, it can go wrong. I can write that with a radio. It works for me.
Oh. Had a fantastic day, mate. Absolutely fantastic. Like I say, this shoot never disappoints. You always seem part of the family, and the beaters and the people who organise the day just work so hard, and you're always guaranteed to get the bag here. Like I say, the guns have shot well, the birds are flying well considering the weather we've had, as you've seen. Full on sunshine, no wind, but it really is a lovely shoot to come to. It's never about numbers for me. As long as I enjoy the day and we've got great company, that's the main thing. But yeah, I'll probably manage to shoot in the region of 20-something birds today, and it's just been really, really good.
So, is Keeper Dan tempted to start using Instagram himself?
The shooter's got a page, but yeah, I'm not a techno person, you know. I grew up as a gamekeeper, I grew up as a young lad, so I've stayed that way, and even at work they ask me to send an email and I don't worry about it. But that's me, yeah. Each to their own.
You can find out more about the Grange shoot on gunsonpegs.com, which is 2 on Instagram.